Hi, welcome to The Inner Way. Today's episode is titled The Name.
Open to me the doors of repentance. Life giver.
Hi, welcome to The Inner Way, a program exploring the spirituality of the Orthodox Church. I'm your host, Father David Smith. This is our 18th program, the 11th in a series on the spiritual discipline of Ezekiel, which in English is stillness or inner peace. I've been using the writings of Saint Ezekiel from the Philokalia, and today I'm quoting from the 41st paragraph of his book, Watchfulness and Holiness. Quote, "The more the rain falls on the earth, the softer it makes it. Similarly, Christ's holy name gladdens the earth of our heart, the more we call upon it." In my parish, we have a Jesus prayer group where we gather to say the prayer and read the Psalter. On my website, there are some videos that show what we do. Now and then, someone will hear about the group and decide to give it a try. Often the person comes for a week or two, but then doesn't come back. When I ask why, the answer is always a variation of, "It didn't work." The person had a genuine desire for peace, Ezekiel, but he or she got bored. I find this very frustrating because I know that those who give the prayer time come to possess a tool that assists them in their spiritual journey. But most people won't give it time. It's like going to a health club for one day and deciding that it didn't make you any stronger, or stopping an antibiotic after one dose because the infection didn't go away. Ezekiel tells us Christ's holy name gladdens the earth of our heart the more we call upon it. I hesitate to use health clubs and antibiotics as illustrations of this truth because Christianity is not an exercise program and Jesus Christ is not a medicine. He is a person. And as with any person, the quality of your relationship has everything to do with the time you spend together. I have close relationships with many people, but the ones that truly define me and give me energy are the ones I put my most time into. Jesus Christ is not a machine, not a philosophy or a club you can belong to. He was and is and will ever be a person. It is therefore a critical element of Ezekiel, or stillness, or inner peace, that we spend time practicing it. We all have things that we do that provide us with a little vacation from our normal lives. It might be as simple as watching something on television, or it might be an actual vacation to a distant place that requires accommodations and travel and so on. But either way, these things don't require relationship. Pseudo relationships might develop. Every year I follow a particular hockey team during the hockey season, all the way until the day we're eliminated from the playoffs. Sadly, I have to say, on those few years when we actually make the playoffs. The next day, I always feel a letdown. I can feel a letdown. Through the season, I came to know the names and the faces of all the players so well. I got to the point where I could almost tell what kind of a day they were having by just watching them play for a few moments. And then, after all of this contact with these people, boop, they disappear. I experience actual grief, including a sense of loss of the voices of the announcers. All these people came into my home so many times during the season and spent maybe 3 or 4 hours at a time when they did come, and then suddenly they're gone. This does not describe real relationship. It describes distraction. Yes, distractions give us a few moments to escape from our lives, get away from our lives, and to rest. But they do not save our souls. Jesus Christ, Christianity, is not a distraction, just as he is not an exercise program or a medicine. The relationship takes time and energy. Think of a soaking rain falling on a hard piece of ground. It's a long process for the rain to change that soil from something like rock into mud or into fertile ground. The same is true of the name of Jesus Christ. As St. Ezekiel says, the more the rain falls on the earth, the softer it makes it. Similarly, Christ's holy name gladdens the earth of our heart the more we call upon it. Today, spend some time with Jesus Christ. Make the prayer your companion all through the day, not as an escape, but as a tool for the acquisition of inner peace. He will certainly gladden the earth of our hearts. Well, next week I'll tell you the story of a bad character who visited our church, someone who was experiencing misfortunes, and we'll see what Ezekiel has to say about that. Until then, God bless you, and see you in church.